Hey Aquarius, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aquarius and take a look at all things related to career, finances, wealth, income, and abundance. Just a friendly reminder, Aquarius, these are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so I'm getting here a very powerful energy regarding heart and throat chakra activation. So some of you are really leading towards manifesting your heart's desire, and for others of you it's about speaking your world into being. There may be a very important conversation that you have with someone, with a partnership, with a business. It could even be your audience if you are an influencer, but I'm getting here throat chakra activation. So some of you are speaking out. You may be speaking up for a cause. You may be sharing your story, which is interesting because the first card out here you have is the book. And in the past here, this is about paperwork. It's about contracts, learning as you go. So some of you may have recently taken a class, writing class, a law class. You may have signed up for higher learning, additional education. Maybe you are writing a book or a memoir. I'm getting here knowledge. You may have also updated a resume, or there could have been a contract that you looked over, whether it was a business contract or it could have even been a real estate transaction. It can be any kind of contract that has to do with your finances, with your career, with your path moving forward. I also sense here that there's some knowledge. I've been getting knowledge when it comes to this book here. So there's some knowledge that was presented to you, whether behind the scenes, whether intuitively, divinely, or this is something in the physical that may have showed up where you may have had a contract that you could look over and maybe take a new opportunity. This can also be some of you were editing, or you may have been looking at writing a new chapter in your story of life here. Some of you may work in editing. Also, you may work in the publishing industry, or this could also be, they're showing me administrative. So some of you may be working on administrative tasks in the near future, or excuse me, in the past, but I feel like they're coming up again in the near future because they're showing me past energy of something that may have been manifesting, you were thinking about, and in the future here, I feel like you are bringing it down to earth. In the present, you have the Cup card, Aquarius. This is about overflowing prosperity. It is about a full or an empty account. Now, you may have felt like you had an empty account and you had to start over, and now you are putting your investments, investment of time, investment in your money, investment in the things that you love into your cup. Financial wealth is wonderful, but success and wealth shows up in so many different forms here on earth. So don't limit that abundance for yourself, Aquarius. This is about nurturing all of those areas, especially the ones that align with your soul growth. This is about taking care of business and feeling fulfilled, especially if you've lost everything, or if you've went through some sort of bankruptcy, if you've lost assets, if you've lost your dignity and pride, I'm getting as well. So see it on all different levels, body, mind, and soul. Because in the near future, you have this Buddha card showing up. This is about your life purpose. Excuse me. It's more than just money. It's spiritual wealth. And you may be a counselor. You may be guided to take a new divine path in the month of April. And again, speak your world into being, or to share your story to help other people evolve, grow, and navigate through maybe a difficult or challenging time. So let's dive into your reading here, Aquarius, and see what is the heart of the matter. What is the main energy for the month of April? What do we have here for Aquarius? I feel like a lot of air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, have received this reinventive type of energy where you may be reinventing yourself, but sometimes it comes at, I don't want to say at a cost, but we need to go through some challenges, some triggers, some struggles, some dark night of the soul. So when it comes to finances, Page of Cups, this is a brand new opportunity for you. And remember, we're talking about messages or some sort of news coming in. I feel like you are receiving, you are either the receiver or the sender. Receiver or sender. That's throat chakra activation. So there's a message coming in, and it may even be that you could be a social media influencer. Perhaps you are sharing your story. There could be you speaking up for what it is that you want when it comes to emotional fulfillment and spiritual wealth, right? You have this Buddha. You may be even connecting and talking to, I mean, more so than normal, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, your spiritual team. And that could be something that you are putting out into the universe as well. So Page of Cups is about a beginning of something that's quite emotional. And that's what I was feeling here for you, especially with the cup showing up. This is about filling your cup with things that bring about joy and happiness and success. And they're showing me heart chakra activation. So some of you may have had some energy work done. Maybe you went to a healer. Maybe you are a healer and you've had some deep downloads coming through that have opened you up to new joyful experiences, but also to speak what's on your heart is coming through quite strong. So let's clarify here the Page of Cups. What do we have for this new emotional opportunity coming in for Aquarius? What is this all about? They're giving me the name here, Christos. Christos. So that could be, maybe it's a place, it could be a street, it could be a business, it could be a name. Please take it as it resonates. Christos. King of Wands, marching to the beat of your own drum, Aquarius. This is about you. Like I said, you could be a spiritual influencer, a motivational speaker, or a leader who is deciding to go off and forge your own path, right? Whether you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, or maybe you do work in the corporate world, but you're looking for financial freedom. You're looking for more flexibility. And I sense that there could be a situation here that allows you to follow your path, your true north. So this is a really powerful energy because it's going to allow you to step up and lead. And that's ultimately part of your soul purpose, part of your destiny. You're taking charge of your destiny because you're feeling quite active and passionate, driven and goal oriented when it comes to this news or it comes to this message or delivering what it is that you're being guided to deliver at this time, but you're feeling good about it and you're willing to do what it takes to create that life of abundance for yourself. That is the transformational shift that I'm feeling with a lot of air signs, where there is some deep awakenings, deep activations, deep frequencies that are shifting and evolving, where we're moving forward in quantum leaps. Now, I know that's getting a little deep here for you, Aquarius, but you are an air sign. You have a brilliant mind. You can be very logical and rational, and sometimes we don't always feel like we lead with the heart, but I feel like you're opening this center up after maybe closing it down or wanting to go in a direction that you felt like you really were on par with your soul purpose. It's coming in for you, Aquarius. Let's take a look at the challenge and how we can help you navigate through it. What's the challenge here, please, for Aquarius? 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. It is coming in. Don't dim your light, beautiful Aquarians, to fit in. Don't not shine your beautiful energy out into the world in fear of rejection, in fear of not being good enough, in fear of judgment, in fear of criticism, because what you have to offer is genuine, is authentic. It is coming from a place of true source energy. When this 9 of Cups shows up here, there can be a little bit of a lack of belief, or it can be, is this really going to happen for me? So I'm feeling that because of this frequency shift that is taking place, sometimes we are so stuck in how something may have turned out in the past, or we may still be feeling the effects of that energy we were in, but on this new level, there's wishes that are manifesting, and it's hard to believe that sometimes. This 9 of Cups is about you putting your light out into the world. This is about you sharing your story, telling your truth, heading towards that direction that fulfills you. But there is a little bit of fear, lack of belief. Will other people judge me? Will they understand me? This is about you putting that vibration out. For example, when a singer puts their music out on, maybe they make a new song. A country singer makes a new song. They put it out on the radio, right? So the people that like listening to, let's say, country are going to navigate towards that country radio station. And they may love the song. They may hate it, right? But the creator of the song, if they were not to put out that music in fear that they wouldn't have anybody listen to their song, then that would be a shame, right? Because they have passion, they have drive. And this is about you putting your stuff out there, and the right people will navigate towards what it is that you are doing. And you may not appease everyone, right? Because everybody has their own genre of music that they like. And I hope you're following me symbolically here, where whatever this is for you, whether you're writing a book, whether you are creating a YouTube channel, maybe you're putting your artwork out there, there is always room for growth, but there's always going to be some of those people that point a finger, that judge, that criticize. So don't dim your light or fear those triggers of rejection or denial that can come in and take that light away from you, because that light's from within. No one can take that light away. And when this peacock, when you imagine a peacock walking around, they're magnificent creatures, but it's really that moment when they fan out, right? It's really that moment when they spread their feathers, and it is absolutely magical. That's the moment you wait for, right? It's not that you're watching the peacock waiting for them to do that, but you realize when they do that, that in that essence, in that moment, in that beauty, it is magnificent. And you can't help but look and are drawn to and are attracted to that energy. So put it out there. Don't worry about the fears that show up behind it, right? That's just part of the human experience. We do fear sometimes of getting the finger pointed at. Take a look at this. Some of you may have had this happen to you in the past, where you have been judged, you've been bullied, you've been shamed, you've been criticized. But that does not have to define your story. You don't have to play the victim here. When this Ten of Swords shows up for you, Aquarius, this is about recovering from a past situation here. Yes, you've been stabbed in the back before, but I feel like you are opening yourself up. It may be a little more difficult because you've been stabbed in the back, because you had all fingers pointed at you. Take a look at that. She has her hair up there and she has her mind, and it feels like people are coming in at all different angles, pointing, laughing, judging, criticizing, bullying. And because that's happened to you in the past, there's a little bit of that fear of, what if I fail? Right, beautiful darling? But what if you fly? What if you succeed beyond your expectations? Right? They're giving me that song right now. I believe it's, is it Carrie Underwood? Carrie Underwood, or no, not Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift. Why you gotta be so mean, right? Why do you gotta be so mean? And she talks about people being mean, and then, rising above all of that. And then they may look back, and it's those people that say, oh, I was her friend, or I went to school with her, but really they were her bullies, right? Don't let those people bully you or fall victim to that energy. So let's take a look here and see what is below you. What is below you, Aquarius? What is in your foundation? What do we have here? You have the Empress. Beautiful. You have this beautiful Empress energy. This fox is looking beautiful. She's looking powerful, creative, and she's protecting her young. When the Empress shows up, she's the most abundant energy in the deck. And a lot of air signs, if you go back and look at Libra, I believe Libra had a strong foundation as well of success. And a lot of air signs are really stepping into their power, because this is all about you rising above. It is about you building upon your abilities. This is about you manifesting and working with the universe to create that abundant life that you want for yourself. When this Empress shows up in your foundation, you have it built within your DNA for abundance and for success. That's been a common theme for air signs. Now, Aquarius, this Empress showing up is creative. She's sexy. She's maternal. She's all about growth. She's very tuned in to what's going on around her, but you can't help but see that all of these beautiful opportunities are growing upon her. You see that beautiful apple tree in the background, and you see the butterflies there and the flowers, and everything is growing and nurturing, and she's standing strong. She's standing within her power, within her abilities. And I feel that you are doing the same at this time, regardless if you're female or male. This is a time for you to truly embrace who you are at a soul level. There's activations coming in here that are going to open you up to a new way of being. If you felt like you were left out in the cold, if you felt shamed, ridiculed, judged, some of you may have suffered from depression, anxiety, mental health issues. When this Five of Pentacles shows up, there may have been a job loss. You may have went bankrupt. You may have felt like you were going through financial and material changes throughout your whole life, right? There are some things that have definitely happened for you. But you can see here that with this Empress, she has these flowers aside from her, and there was an opportunity where you felt that a situation may have withered out. But despite what's going on around her, despite the conditions, that rose is still there, blossoming, blooming. That rose is within you, right? That is you opening yourself up to new growth, new ideas, new abundance. Now, Aquarius, in your past position here, you have the Hierophant. This is interesting. I really love the card here and the way that the author depicts this energy, because you can see that this rat is on the top there, and all those younger rats are looking up and they want guidance, right? And this energy, I believe the author said, was from the movie Ratatouille. And in that movie, there was a rat who really wanted to be a baker. You can see the bakery in the background. However, the dad, the person who, you want to look up to, you want to trust, and you want to feel supported by, the dad said, "But son, you are only a rat. We were told, or we were taught, it's within our energy that we have to steal, for what we want, that we have to be thieves, that we have to live this less than life, right? To get what we want, because that's who we are. That our grandfather did that. His grandfather did that. It goes back generations. Who are you to think that you can be a baker, right? Who are you to think that you can be this business, to open this business, or to thrive? Really take a look at your traditions, the way that you grew up, Aquarius, and the societal standards that are impressed upon us, okay? Because they can hold us back from achieving our dreams. And that may be why it's such a challenge for you to shine your light. Maybe you were told that you would never amount to anything. Maybe you were told that you couldn't open that business. Maybe you were told that you couldn't read tarot cards because it was the work of the devil, right? Maybe you were told that women, their place is within the home, right? And it's a man's job to make the money. Whatever traditions, beliefs, or societal standards or impacts that have been impressed upon you, this is the time for you to reprogram those thoughts and know that if you want to open a damn cupcake factory, then you can, right? If you want to open a business, if you want to travel the world, if you want to work from a van and cross country, right? If you want to not have children, if you want to do whatever it is you want to do in this life, follow your soul purpose. Don't let those limiting beliefs, those traditions, or those hindering thoughts hold you back, right? This is about you being divinely guided towards a new direction, and you being that spiritual teacher that you are to help other people come to the light and follow their dreams as well. Some of you may have recently went to a seer or to someone who could help you release some of these limiting beliefs, whether it's a therapist, a coach, a healer, a mentor. Okay, this Hierophant energy here is about taking a look at what you've been taught, and if you want to repeat that pattern or if you want to break the mold. And I feel like a lot of you are breaking the mold. We spent a little bit of time on that, but it is in the past, and it's showing up because it's affecting your present, especially when it comes to the success, spreading those beautiful wings of yours, spreading those feathers. Let's take a look and clarify, please. The King of Wands again. So it's just clarification of what we talked about here. So I feel like you are stepping into your power. You're chasing your destiny, and you're going to be successful in doing so as well, Aquarius. Let's take a look at what you're manifesting. What is in your headspace? What's the potential here for Aquarius in the month of April 2023? All right, we have the World. I love this. This is all about sweet success, sweet victory. You see here that the bee is in the very middle, and it has been a ride, right? But bees can travel for a long time. They pollinate, they search for their honey. They are workers, they're creators. They are very, very beautiful, powerful beings. And when this world shows up, there is some sort of an ending here. There is a cycle that is ended, and you are heading towards victory. This is about celebrations, travel, wholeness. Instead of feeling stuck or set back with whatever beliefs that were ingrained or, again, impressed upon you, I feel like you are wrapping that cycle up, and you're telling yourself a new story, and you're heading towards this new fool's journey. It wouldn't be surprising to see, excuse me, to see that fool showing up, or to see you launching a book, launching a YouTube video or channel, putting yourself out there to be seen, to be heard. Don't dim your light, beautiful souls, because you are the emperor. This is you being able to climb to the top, even though this is Aries energy here. A lot of you are pulling the strings and creating your own destiny, right? This emperor is about creating your own stability, climbing to the top here, having that leadership, having that power, that personal power, because you've learned to question the status quo. Good for you. Pat yourself on the back, Aquarius, because that is what you need to rise to the top. I love it. You're forging your own path, your own beautiful, unique path, and sweet results will await. What do we have showing up in the near future for Aquarius? Near future, please, for Aquarius. Some of you are ending a cycle with someone, a boss, someone of higher authority, someone that you've had to question, okay? I'm just getting that for a random few. There could be, you may be retiring, you may be leaving something behind because you've hit that level. For others of you, you've already hit a glass ceiling and you're moving on to something new. Three of Swords. Three of Swords in the near future. There could be, or was, or will be some disappointment. I feel like this is someone disappointed that you are leaving, or it could be that things didn't necessarily work out the way that they had wanted. So for example, it could be, you know, this father energy, father influence. Perhaps you're going off and your father always wanted you to be a lawyer and follow in the footsteps of being a lawyer, right? And you're saying, well, sorry, I want to forge my own path. So I am getting that this Three of Swords here is disappointment in you taking and forging a new path. And some other people may not love what you're putting out there. They may not agree. They may throw hurtful words at you, but don't let that dim your shine, okay? Let's clarify. Let's clarify this Three of Swords, because I feel intuitively that you're healing, you're recovering, you're moving past any of the disappointments, and there's going to be something coming full circle here for you. You're going to have victory. There's victory here, and that's what you're manifesting. And it's not that you're hurting people along the way intentionally, but I feel that it's important for you to follow your true north because it's your soul journey, Aquarius, no one else's. The Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. Like I said, this sounds at first, you know, that Three of Swords can come across as a little bit daunting, but I wasn't getting that energy intuitively. I wasn't getting that there's going to be a huge extreme heartbreak or heartache or disappointment. I feel if anything, you're moving on, and it may be disappointing other people, or what you are speaking about, it may bring about a little bit of conflict, okay? It may, but it's actually going to be beneficial for you. It's something that you've been waiting to speak of. There could even be, oh gosh, this is a little bit deep. It's not going to resonate with all of you, so please, please, Aquarius, take it as it does. There may have been some sort of workplace harassment that you may have been fearful to speak about or to report on, but I feel like you either have, you will, or it will lead to a favorable outcome. Okay, whether that is you taking this leave, someone's getting fired, someone's getting dismissed, and it may bring about a lot of disappointment, but it is something that you were a part of for a reason. And this Wheel of Fortune is a turning point. Okay, it's a turning point in your finances. Yes, certain things didn't turn out the way you thought they would, but it's to align you with your true life purpose, right? This is more than just money. And you have this Buddha card showing up here for you because you're being divinely guided at this time to head in a new direction. Let's take a look and see how you're feeling. So this is all about you. Let's see how you're doing, how you're feeling. Let's see what's going on within your energy field. All right, you have the King of Wands showing up again. Wow, King of Wands, you see here over and over in your reading. So you are taking a stand, right, Aquarius? This is you taking charge of your destiny. You can see that this lion, he doesn't have to go roar to the top of the mountains to tell everyone he's a lion, right? They just look up to him as that leader, as that inspiration. He just does his own thing because he holds and carries this energy about the way, how he walks, how he talks, how he puts himself out there. This King of Wands is someone who is very successful, and they are a natural born leader. Okay, and I feel like you are heading towards your destiny. Let's take a look and clarify. King of Wands for Aquarius, please. Right away, that came shooting out. So you're on point. You are on par. Yeah, the Hierophant showing up again. So you have questions, and that may have made someone mad. Okay, I'm getting PO'd here. So someone is upset that you decided to question them or question the stability of the business or the work ethic, or someone needed to learn some deep soul lessons as well, whether this is paternal, whether this is boss, whether it's someone of higher authority. Maybe it's even you yourself really questioning, but you've been through a lot. Nine of Wands is the card of the wounded warrior. You have the spiritual strength, the backing, the protection, the determination to keep on going. And actually, if you tend to look at that, what is she holding there, or what's on that tree? Through all the thorns, there is the rose. And you actually have, the flowers, and you've seen that rose showing up in that that Five of Pentacles earlier. So this is about you being able to have that sweet success that you've wanted for quite some time, because you're staying determined to your new goals, your new integrity, your new morals. You're staying humble, I'm hearing as well, even after a lot of frustration. So in your external environments, this one came out here, you have Judgment. Like I said earlier, you may have been judged. Maybe you've judged others. Okay, we have this human experience where we have these lower vibrating emotions of judgment and greed and criticism and envy and jealousy. We have all these things. We live and we learn, right? And it doesn't make you a bad person to have those judgments. It makes you a soul having a human experience. You are a human, right? But I feel like you're shedding your skin. You're leaving that judgment behind. You're saying, I'm no longer going to judge this person, this situation, or someone. Maybe even there could be forgiveness. There could be an awakening happening here for even someone else. But I feel like this is you changing your life for the better. And this card is all about your purpose. If you take a look at that snake, he's being illuminated. He's golden, right? He is heading towards what? His life and soul purpose with this Buddha energy. So you're definitely being given a second chance here, a do-over, and it's time for you to shine that light bright. I love it with the peacock showing up. Your wishes are going to manifest here, so don't hold yourself back. Sometimes our own worst enemy, especially for air signs, getting up in our heads can be that logical, analytical. I need to go over everything, not just once, but 50 times, and then replay it over and over, and then tell myself this mental story that doesn't even exist, and maybe it fabricates, and maybe it adds on, and maybe that person really thought this, but really we have no clue, right? So when we overanalyze something, it can drive someone crazy. And I feel like there was someone around you, or maybe even yourself, that may have experienced that energy. Look at this. Look at it. Would you just look at it, Aquarius? You have the Nine of Cups again, showing up in your environment. This is about you shining your light towards your wish fulfillment, right? You've been given a second chance. This is a second chance to go all in. What is it that you want to manifest? What does success look like to you? What does abundance look like? Can you take a look at those traditions, those limiting beliefs? Is there something you can detach from, disconnect from, or a cycle that has come to an end so you can move forward in more victory? Oh, I just love this for you. Aquarius, huge revelations happening in the month of April. Let's take a look at the hopes and fears. What are the hopes and fears, please? Okay, they're showing me, this is interesting, they're showing me fresh paint on a road. So you may find yourself where you are behind someone who is putting down fresh lines or fresh paint on a road, or you may be having road construction done near you where someone is putting fresh paint or lines down on the road. I mean, of course, that could be symbolic as well for lighting the path forward. But I feel for a lot of you physically, you may see in the month of April a truck or someone paving some fresh lines. That is a sign from the universe about fresh new beginnings, path forward, a new path forward, giving you a second chance, right? Because when those old lines wear out, we don't feel like we're on course, right? We need to go in, or the city or whoever's in charge of doing that needs to go in and put new lines to keep people back on track. And I feel like this is your soul paving fresh lines for you to move forward and feel guided and feel illuminated. You have the Death card showing up as the hope and fear. The hope is that you are able to transform on a deeper level than you ever have before, that you are able to go through this spiritual growth, this rebirth, this time of an ending, to embrace a new beginning. And the fear is, what if I resist this change? What if I hang on too tightly, right? What if I succumb to the fears, the judgment, the old beliefs, the limiting setbacks that hold you back? You have the power to do both. You have power to free yourself, right? And if you take a look at this, you see here that this mouse is trapped underneath these thorns, and he's trapped by his own fear. Yes, there may be an owl that comes out and threatens to take him, right? But really, sometimes it's his own limiting beliefs that hold him back from escaping or from coming out of the hiding. And what happens is those thorns grow and grow and grow. And you've been getting the thorns here. You have that showing up in, I believe it was the Five of Pentacles. You've seen that in the Nine of Wands. So you've definitely been cut. I see, Aquarius. You've been cut. You've been maybe burned. You've been Ten of Swords. You've been stabbed in the back when it comes to finances, maybe even from family, with coworkers, friends, bosses, whoever. But this death energy is about you coming out of hiding, right? Don't hide, because what happens is the thorns start to grow over. And before that mouse knows it, he doesn't have an out. He doesn't have a way out, because those thorns and that growth has really enclosed him into this energy, and it almost becomes impossible to leave that situation. So allow yourself to open up to this change, take a risk, embrace the unknown, because you have beautiful things coming your way. Let's take a look at the final outcome. Some of you may have had a ringing or a pressure to the ear. Some of you may have been hearing things, though this could be the left ear as well. I mean, it could be either ear, but they're really highlighting that ear. And it could be about listening to the signs and symbols. It could be about that third eye chakra area as well. Now we're getting a lot of cards here, but we just need one for the final outcome, Spirit. I feel like they're okay. You know, I don't know if you ever read the old, I think it was Goosebump books, where they would change up the ending. If you went to page, 241, you'd have this ending. And then if you went this direction, you could have this type of ending. They're showing me that right now. So I'm feeling that it has to do with your outcome. So you can be the destiny of your ending. And it's interesting that they showed me the old Goosebump books, because you have book here as well. So maybe some of you just read Goosebumps to your children, or maybe that was your favorite book, but I'm getting here that you can change the ending, and that is the message coming through from that vision there. So what do we have here for Aquarius, please? Aquarius, final outcome. 10 of Wands, determination. This is about you overcoming those challenges. You had the 9 of Wands already, so you're making progress. This is about you staying on that clear path. When you look at this imagery, the salmon have a mission. When you think of the salmon runs, or every year, right, the salmon have to travel upstream hundreds and hundreds of miles, at least I think. But I feel like they are going upstream, so they're going against the grain. And it may feel at times you're going against the grain, or you've walked a heavier path, or it may feel like you're coming up against resistance. But the salmon get to their destination because they are determined. However, if you are taking on too much, this is the month for you to prioritize. Let things go. Endings bringing in new beginnings. And we see that there's some sort of completion. You are manifesting this ending. And it could be an ending of an old thought. It could be an ending of a job, ending of a cycle that you've been stuck in. But you're determined to move forward in a new direction. Now, if you feel physically exhausted, or if you feel like you are taking on a lot of responsibilities, bring in others to lighten the load. Say, I need to take this day off, or I need you to file these papers, or maybe it's, it can be anything within your world where if you're feeling exhausted, ask for help, because guess what's coming? A new beginning. There is your Fool card. There is that ending bringing in a brand new beginning that is going to lead to more success than anything you are leaving behind, right? This is big boss energy, King of Pentacles. So new beginnings here, but you're going to go through this ending. You're going to go through some sort of transition. So don't resist this change, whatever this is, even though it may feel sticky, even though you may have been cut in the past. You are a warrior, Aquarius, and you will get to your final destination. And that is going to lead to a brand new Fool's journey. But also, more importantly, you've seen it twice now in your reading, the 9 of Cups. Spread your wings, speak up, shine your light into the world, because the world needs what it is that you have to offer. That is why you chose to have these gifts. Really beautiful. All right, Aquarius, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. I will read the prosperity message from the guidebook. Oh, I didn't even see that sneaky little bugger fall down there. Let's take a look. Co-create. Co-create. I love this. It's card 40. Some of you may be 40 years old. You may be born on the 4th, have a life path number 4, or you may even be in a 4 personal year, which is all about foundation. And if you want to know more about personal years, I did link a collective video in the description box below if you want to check that out, along with, for those of you who have gone through a tower moment, if you are looking to heighten your spiritual gifts, all of the goodies are linked in the description box below. This is about creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, and manifestation. Flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Hello, Empress energy. This is what's below you. She is the most creative, most abundant creature here in the tarot, or energy in the tarot. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited now. Revel in its vastness. Absolutely. Revel in its vastness. You have this Buddha. You have the 9 of Cups showing up. 10 of Wands says you can co-create. Stay determined. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, in your world. Physical wealth, financial wealth, emotional wealth. It is yours as long as you realize and understand that spirit is your ally. Remember what I said about heart and throat chakra activation? It is happening. All right, we're going to get a few messages from your spirit animals. And at this time, Aquarius, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And tune into that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows. And with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Aquarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment box below. And I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right, I am loving your animals. Now, some of you may be 61 or you may have a birthday on the 10th, 23rd, or 4th. We're seeing that 4 coming up again. Right away, you have turkey spirit, and it says give with gratitude and grace. Give with gratitude and grace. Really beautiful energy here. So I'm loving this for you because there's a lot of abundance, a lot of gratitude. Keep with that vibration. An attitude of gratitude brings great blessings, okay, and brings grace. This is that Wheel of Fortune that we see in your energy. At least did we have the Wheel of Fortune come in here? Maybe not. But this is about the abundant universe will provide with Buffalo Spirit. So I feel like things are turning. There's a turning point happening here in your world. And yes, you may disappoint others. Other people may feel jealous. Other people may have the need to project, criticize, or tell you you're not good enough or you can't do this. But remember, that is just a projection. It is their experience. You don't have to let their experience define you, or you don't have to become trapped in that victim mentality here, because the abundant universe will provide. You also have Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Absolutely. You are protected and you're being divinely redirected towards this new direction here. And lastly, Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. That's that Emperor showing up as well, about leadership and determination, stability. You have what it takes to question the status quo, to question what's not working, and to question how you can create more abundance in your world. Ask. Knowledge is power here, and we have the book card showing up for you. So educating yourself, resourcefulness, learning, growing, evolving, taking new steps forward are really going to be beneficial on your path towards success. Now, last but not least here, Aquarius, we're going to get a message from the crystal spirits. We'll see which crystal, gemstone, mineral, or fossil you can utilize in the month of April to help you towards your prosperous path. What do we have here for Aquarius? Ooh, we have orange calcite, and it's actually in the shape of a heart. And we did talk about that heart activation, but also orange calcite is the sacral chakra. So it is about pleasure, creativity. It is about relationships with yourself, relationships with others, but it's also about bringing more fun, joy, and pleasure into your world. Creativity, the pleasure of birthing something new, sensuality and sexuality. And you have the Empress, and she defines that sacral chakra, and she is orange as well. All right. So the message here for you is this. Aquarius, you are an artist in your own life and your canvas is before you. What will you make with the time and money available to you? Today, your power to think outside of the box and put old patterns behind you is very strong. For orange calcite, spirit magnifies your creative abilities. Imagine how you might think differently about affluence or how you might interact with your finances in new ways that are more beneficial to you. Do you need to learn to delegate work to others? Hello, 10 of Wands. This is all about delegating work. Do you need to learn how to delegate or pay someone else to do tasks that keep you from your true calling? Orange calcite spirit says that now is a time to be creative in how you translate all that is given to you into a life of meaning and purpose. Hello, Buddha. Spend differently and reconsider how you use your time. Your creative approach to developing prosperity will serve you now. Orange calcite is a fire stone that fuels the second sacral chakra and also that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Unlike many fire stones, it has a gently stimulating rather than overwhelming energy. It is excellent for overcoming shyness as well as depression, which I did mention earlier. Meditate with orange calcite when you need courage. Okay, when you feel like your heart chakra is shut down, maybe you feel lonely, rejected, isolated, depressed, you can work with orange calcite to really help you step into your power and have that heart chakra activation, and especially in the second and third chakra as well, as it says here. Very powerful messages. And if you were, if you were resonating, you can see how it pulled different pieces from beliefs of the Hierophant, from delegating, which is the final outcome, to standing within your power and shining your light with the peacock. So you're definitely seeing the shifts here. So I hope this resonates with you, beautiful souls. Aquarius, you have a lot going on for the better. There's a complete reinvention and internal transformation that's been happening. And now it is about you completing this cycle. You've undergone this process. You've dealt with a lot. Now it's time for you to spread those wings or spread those peacock feathers and show the world what you are truly made of. That is what I have for you, beautiful souls. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. And please do drop your power animals in the comment box below, and I will enter you into that free reading giveaway. Thank you so much for tuning in, Aquarius. Lots of love.